I think you'll see some very revealing things today.
The president and the former porn star back together in court. For a second day, Stormy Daniels testified in the Manhattan criminal case against Donald Trump. During a testy cross-examination, Daniels defended her decision to accept $130,000 for her silence. Lawyers for Trump tried to attack her credibility, like when Susan Necklace asked, "The details of your story keep changing, right?" Daniels replied no.
Interviews with Anderson Cooper, what she wrote in her book, what she said in Vogue magazine, and just putting them all against each other and just showing how many different times her story has changed.
Daniels was also confronted with her own social media posts, like when she called Trump an orange turd and when she encouraged supporters to buy merchandise, like this altar candle which calls Stormy Daniels the patron saint of indictments. And when pressed about her experience writing plots for adult films, Daniels said when it came to her encounter with Trump, "If that story was untrue, I would have written it to be a lot better."
She's pissed as hell. Okay. So what? Does that mean that she's making up this whole story? It doesn't.
In the afternoon, prosecutors brought in a woman who sat directly outside of the Oval Office, Donald Trump's executive assistant in the White House.
You have to pin down his involvement at every single stage of this whole tawdry affair.
Madeleine Westerhout described how Donald Trump paid his personal expenses during the first year of his presidency. Trump Organization executives in New York would print checks for Trump's expenses and then FedEx those checks to the White House. And that's where Westerhout would take the checks to Trump for his signature. Prosecutors say some of those checks reimbursed Michael Cohen for the hush money payment he sent to Stormy Daniels.
If you're the prosecution, you don't want to give Donald Trump's defense team an opportunity to argue that Donald Trump didn't know anything about this. This was all handled by underlings. He had no knowledge of it.
In the afternoon, Trump's attorneys once again asked the judge to declare a mistrial over objections they have to Stormy Daniels' testimony. Judge Juan Merchan denied their motion. Trump's reaction?
I'm innocent, and I'm being held in this court with a corrupt judge who's totally conflicted. Take a look at his conflict. It's a disgrace to the city of New York, to the state of New York, and to the country.
And at the end of the court day, we learned prosecutors will not be bringing in Karen McDougal to testify. McDougal is a former Playboy playmate who received a hush money payment to stay silent about an alleged encounter with Donald Trump ahead of the 2016 election. Reporting from the courthouse in Lower Manhattan, Ayanna Harry, New York 1.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Let Spectrum News be your resource for balanced, in-depth political coverage, and click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV to learn more about the candidates, where they stand on the issues, and more. We'll see you then.